Is there anybody left out there who doesn't think Joey Essex is an absolute dick? Love Island UK episode 14, 15 and 16. A few days ago we seen the new bombshells arrive and that was including Grace, and this was Joey Essex' ex. Now he obviously liked her straight away and Sam wasn't too happy about it. In episode 14 the bombshells got to choose who they were going to take away for the night, and obviously Grace chose Joey. Nobody was surprised by this. Sam just sat there, she remained calm, she was like, right, basically that's it over, he obviously likes her and that's it. For whatever reason, Tiffany chose Rumpelstiltskin and Will chose Uma, so they all toddled off away to the other villa and then just forgot that anybody even existed. And the worst part of it was that Joey didn't even go to Sam and say, I hope you're okay, hope you're not upset, I'll be back soon, give her a reassurer. Do you know what I mean? Do anything. He just fucked off. He was literally in the room with the boys like, oh yes, like, and I was just like, he didn't even say goodbye to her, right? Like, that's out of order. They were in the other villa and they couldn't keep their hands off each other. Now, you like who you like and that can't be helped, but it's the fact that he was on the date with Sam and she was saying, I'm not fully going into this, I'm not being too affectionate, because all these other girls are going to come in and they're going to be like, oh, Joey Essex, and you're just going to wait until something better comes in and then you're going to drop me and forget about me and that's it. And he's like, no, I'm not. And she fucking knew, right? 100% that's what he done. And it's the fact that it was still like, oh, I've not done anything wrong. Like, they came back for that villa and he's seen that Sam was upset, right? And he's like, oh, I don't think I've done anything wrong. Now, okay, they weren't paired up, they weren't closed off, and they hadn't really been affectionate to each other, but it's just the way he went about it. And then he seen how upset she was, and then he had the fucking audacity. He sat there and kiss on the beds in front of everybody, like not even giving one fuck. On the night the bombshells arrived, Sam went out and slept on the day beds, and Joey came out and I actually called her pathetic and says, oh, it doesn't mean I'm going to rekindle her just because we've got a history. And then the next thing, he's in the other villa with her and he's saying, oh, me and Sam, like, we're more like a friendship couple. He didn't say that to her though. He said to her that she was beautiful, he really liked her, and he wasn't just waiting on somebody better coming in. He's an absolute fucking gaslighting prick. I hadn't had a chance to watch Love Island on Monday night, so when I got the messages saying, oh, what do you think it? I was like, oh my god, I better watch it on my lunch break. So I was sitting there, right? Sam was absolutely devastated. I'm sitting on my lunch break watching this on my phone and I started greeting, and of course somebody decides to walk in and I'm just sitting like, oh my god, like, I very rarely cry at Love Island, right, but I was totally devastated for her because she was obviously heartbroken and she was managing to sit there and she was managing to like look calm in front of him, but she was obviously devastated and I was just sitting like, oh my god, this is fucking awful, man. So just as I'm thinking to myself, oh my god, Joey Essex is an absolute skis bag. It can't get any worse. Oh, but it can. So he turns round to Grace and he says, oh, I know that you don't want to sleep in the single bed. Where could we go that's private? Where could we go? Or we could go into the hideaway. The hideaway? Are you fucking kidding me? When you've seen how other people reacted when people only went into the hideaway for a chat. And he's like, oh, we'll sleep in the hideaway. Just absolutely fuck off, right? And then when he told Sam, she was like, right, and she was in a bit of a bad mood about it. But the fact that she managed to not absolutely just fucking turn round and smack him in the face, right? And then when Grace was talking to her as well, and she's like, I don't want it to be awkward between us, I'd have been like, do you know what, Grace? Take yourself to fuck, right? You agreed to go into the hideaway with him, and you're trying to tell me that you don't want my feelings to be hurt? Actually, fuck off, you're a fucking skis bag cow. Now, Grace is all the one for playing the innocent, and you might say it's not her fault, it's Joey's fault. Aye, okay, it is Joey's fault. But at the end of the day, she knew fine well that them going into the hideaway would hurt Sam's feelings, and she didn't give a fuck. Right, I don't know how Sam stayed calm. So Jess and Nicole were absolutely being her cheerleaders, and they're like, you're a boss bitch, making her breakfast, trying to like make her feel better and stuff, right? And that's absolutely what she needed in that house. And then Jess was like, you can't control how other people act, but you can control how you act. And years ago, something was really annoying me, right? I had like severe anger problems and bitches were going to die. And I started meditating. And that's what I was thinking to myself, like, I can't control other people being cunt bags, but I can not go and like just kick fuck out of them, you know? So it's a good message. Joey having the absolute cheek to turn around to Sam and say, I want to be there for you. If you want to talk, you can come and find me. Fuck off, Joey, right? Don't fucking look at me. Don't breathe in my direction. Don't take up my personal space. Stop existing. You're a fucking dick. And if it wasn't for the fact that I believe that he's got genuine feelings for Grace, I would think that he's a narcissist. But instead, I think he's just a typical lad. He puts his fucking dick first, and he's an absolute arsehole. Meanwhile, fucking Rumpelstiltskin has got 2 hot women and 1 woman chasing after him, and he's a fucking mess. He makes me sick. He gives me the actual book. As for Sean, I don't know what to make of him. Please let me know in the comments, because he talks to these women and he's like, oh, I really like you, I think you're beautiful. And okay, most of the women in the villa are beautiful, but it's just as if he's coming out with the same lines with everybody. So therefore, I don't know if he's been genuine or not. I do think that he's a really nice guy, and I hope that he finds somebody in that house. Then it was time for the recoupling, and Grace chose Joey. Therefore, Sam got evicted, and I tell you, I cried so much last night. I thought to myself, okay, she's not going to get picked, but hopefully they'll send her on a date, or they'll tell her that she can stay in the house for another couple of days. She didn't deserve to go. And when Grace tried to speak to her, she's like, no offence, like, I don't want to speak to you. And then Joey was like, oh, we've spent 2 weeks together. You fucking spent 2 weeks together. And then you fucked off, and now all of a sudden you're like, oh, I feel bad. Do you fuck? He's happy that she got evicted. Because now he can go and do whatever the fuck he wants with Grace and fucking spend every night in the Hideaway if he wants. He's an absolute fucking cunt bag. Honest to God, I can't stand him. Right? Like, I just can't stand him at all. And Sam deserves better. And in other seasons, they've evicted people and then they've brought them back. And I hope that they do that with Sam, because I genuinely think that she's such a nice person. And I think that she really did like Joey. And it wasn't only just because, he's Joey Essex. Do you know what I mean? But she knew fine well what was going to happen. She says to him, somebody better's going to come in if you want to call Grace better. And then you're just going to forget about me and drop me. And that's fucking what he done. Like, she knew she went with her intuition, and she knew. And it's a fucking disgrace. And you know what? I hope Joey Essex doesn't win this, because he doesn't deserve it. He's been on every fucking reality TV show going. And I hope Ronnie doesn't win either, because he's just a fucking dick. Let me know in the comments who your favourite person in the villa is. Do you know what? I was just thinking to myself, I hope Ronnie gets evicted soon, but I actually don't. Because if they've got a Casa Amor this year, I would really like to see him in there, because he's just going to be fucking hopping around everybody. Oh, and another thing. When Harriet was talking about Ronnie kissing Tiffany, and she says, he just jumps around everybody, and when's MD going to care about my feelings? She has got a fucking cheek, because she has been trying to go with every single guy in there, and she does not give one fuck. She's just trying to get into anybody at this point. So far, I actually think that Will really likes Uma. I think there's a genuine connection there. But let me know what you think in the comments. If I've not got time to watch Love Island tonight, I will definitely watch it in my lunch break tomorrow. And here's hoping I don't cry again, because I always get caught. Thanks for watching. Bye!